Few of us question information we find in historic texts that we know are not politically influenced. The location of a particular structure in a relatively small community would seem to fit that non-controversial category, especially if it has been referenced in a number of publications long after being first mentioned. We assume that the material would have been appropriately researched and accepted as fact. Why would we not? Right into the 21st century, periodicals and at least one book cited the location of Highland Park's 19th century Gray Electric Company factory as being on Beech Street east of St. John's Avenue. Inventor Elisha Gray had come to Highland Park in 1871 and built a home on Hazel Avenue. He also bought nearby property and was said to have built a manufacturing plant on St. John's at Beech Street. But is that where it was? As the city's 150th anniversary approached in 2019, the Highland Park Historical Society decided to commemorate the occasion with a pictorial tribute to William W. Boyington at the downtown Highland Park Metro Station. A renowned architect who became one of the city's early mayors, Boyington designed Gray's plant, and a photo of it was included in the station plaque. But something about the photo led an Historical Society board member to take another look at the plant's history. The north side of Beech Street, east of St. John's, where Gray's plant was believed to have been located, had long been associated with homes for aged and disabled railroad men. Early 20th century property plats showed that the area had been almost entirely residential, and in 1910, a new building with rooms for over 100 former railroad men was opened on that same property. So where really was Gray's plant? Upon closer examination of the photo of the factory, one can see the shadows of trees on what would have to have been the north side of the plant if it really was along Beech Street, facing St. John's and railroad tracks to the west. With the sun rising in the east, it would be hard to find a building in Highland Park getting sunlight on its north side. So it appears that the factory must actually have been west of the tracks, facing east. This revised theory of its location could be supported by a 1909 map which identified some 50 acres of property west of the railroad tracks in that area as being owned by the Gray Electric Company. The photo shows no trace of St. John's between the tracks and the plant, so that makes it even more likely the plant was on the west side, facing east. A co-founder of the Western Electric Company, Gray died in 1901, meaning he could have operated the factory for less than 10 years, since it was still in the planning stage as late as 1891. The empty shell of the plant burned in a fire in 1908. The following year, the property it stood on was sold to a developer who built houses on the site. The Historical Society initially accepted the earlier version of the plant's location. It was only after new light was shed on the subject that a different concept emerged.